In order to maximize revenue, an aircraft operator must ensure that his aircraft carry as much payload or traffic load as possible. However, every aircraft is restricted by stringent structural and performance limitations, which often mean that the traffic load on a particular flight has to be reduced to ensure the aircraft's safety. In this lesson, we shall look at some of these limitations by using the definitions found in Section 1, pages 2 and 3 of CAP 697. You will note that these definitions use the word mass rather than weight, but they can be considered to have the same meaning in the context of this lesson. The first definition is dry operating mass, often abbreviated to DOM. This is the total weight of the aeroplane ready for a particular operation, but without fuel and traffic load. It will have everything else on board for the flight, including the crew and their baggage, in-flight catering equipment, food and beverages. In fact, everything except the passengers, cargo and fuel. The traffic load is the mass of passengers, baggage and cargo, including any non-revenue load. The zero fuel mass is the dry operating mass plus the traffic load, but without any fuel. We next come to the definition of maximum zero fuel mass, MZFM, which is the maximum permissible mass of the aeroplane with no usable fuel. The reason for this limitation is that the majority of the fuel is carried in tanks within the wings. If there is no usable fuel in the wing tanks, the fuselage becomes disproportionately heavy, and undue stress is placed on the wing roots. If the aircraft is at its maximum zero fuel mass, any increase above this limit must be fuel only. The maximum zero fuel mass may determine the amount of traffic load that can be accepted. The maximum structural takeoff mass, also called the maximum takeoff mass, MTOM, is the maximum permissible aeroplane mass at the start of the takeoff run under normal circumstances. The next definition, maximum structural landing mass, is often referred to as maximum landing mass and is abbreviated to MLM. Assuming that there are no other restrictions on the landing run, this is the maximum permissible total aeroplane mass on landing in normal circumstances. The definitions we have covered are all found on pages 2 and 3 in Section 1 of CAP 697. They must be learned and understood in order to be able to calculate the optimum payload that may be carried under differing aircraft configurations. This will be the subject of the next lesson.